Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's video. It is Monday. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's the 15th of November. So that is facing Yonge Street. There's College Park just across the street on Yonge. And here we are at Sherrod Street. Hi monkeys, I'm sorry I don't have any yummies for you, but hello. Oh, you have a sore foot, little one. Hi sweethearts. Hey, next time I come I will bring some yummies for you. Now, are they just not perfect? They are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. When I used to volunteer at the Toronto Wildlife Center, I used to take care of a lot of the pigeons, so I would weigh them and feed them and check the status of their crop. And they are lovely. They are really lovely birds. I know sometimes they can be considered a little intrusive on balconies. And I get that because you don't want to have bird poop everywhere. But they are extremely resilient. They breed all year long. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It was pretty relaxing. I did some cardio work on my stationary bike in preparation for running again. Look at how pretty the fencing is on these townhouses. Just beautiful. I really love that design. Really nice design. So it looks like mostly townhouses and apartments along here. I don't see any commercial or retail shops here. I left home about 9:30. It was 2 outside. I did bring my umbrella because it is supposed to rain. So I thought I'd better get a recording in now before it rains. I'm hoping to do 2 videos today. One in the mid-afternoon after this one. Hopefully it's not raining and I can record. So we finished watching the series Rust with Jeff Bridges. That was pretty good. Actually, it was pretty good. I think there were 8 episodes, either 6 or 8 episodes. And I think I mentioned briefly to you sort of what the backdrop of that series was. He used to be a big city, working in the big city as a police officer or detective or whatever, and then he moved to a small town called Buell. Now I wonder if I can cross here. Yeah, it's nice and safe. Here we go. And I'm on Granby Street now. I've never really walked this route before. trying to explore some of the other side streets down towards Cabbagetown neighborhood. Anyway, so yeah, Jeff Bridges played a police officer who is now situated in a small town called Buell, and it's a industrial town, and it's kind of fading away. You know, the younger generation is leaving, and some of the working conditions are fairly poor. Seems to be a fairly labor-intensive working climate in that fictitious city. Anyway, so it involves a murder and a whodunit, and you figure you do find out who the murderer is, but it has an interesting end on how Jeff Bridges, who plays the sheriff or the police officer, how he handles that situation, and how he deals with the actual perpetrator. Now here's a big dig. Does it say what this is all about here? No, maybe on the other side it might indicate what this is or what's going up here, but probably condos. Now I'm sure this is a pretty quiet street. This is Mutual Street. So it's worth a watch if you're interested in that type of, crime series. It is bleak. Yeah, it's a town that is sort of on the way out. But there are family dynamics involved and relationships, of course, and it is interesting. I liked it. Both David and I quite liked it. Oh, and we saw the new James Bond movie. I can't remember the name of it. Anyhow, the latest James Bond movie. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it does not have a typical James Bond ending. That's a pretty big hint that this is not the norm, this new James Bond movie. I did have a bit of a hard time with the the special effects. It was just so over the top. And I know James Bond, can leap tall buildings in a single bound, much like Superman. But I don't think he's touted as having that ability, but they sure do make him out to be that kind of guy. And yeah, it is kind of hard to swallow. We're on Gerrard Street. So I'm just zigzagging my way eastbound and try to hop on some streets that I normally don't walk down. Yeah, so my husband watched it. I think it's over 2 hours. My husband watched it from start to finish. I sort of didn't do that. But I will, I do want to watch it all. So I did watch parts. I watched the first part, maybe the first third, and I then watched the next third on Saturday, and I'll finish it off sometime this week. But I watched it because it's James Bond, and I've always loved James Bond. My favorite James Bond actors were Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan. They were my favorite James Bonds. They were seriously hot, those guys. was not into Sean Connery at all. And there's something just about him, I guess, his acting. But I also watched an interview of his years ago where he made a comment. I don't remember the full context, but he made a comment about, hitting a woman, and it's okay if they're arguing or something. It was something really ridiculous. And yeah, it was just I wasn't that fond of him to begin with, but that just sort of sealed the deal. So I don't think I've watched anything of his. How am I supposed to get around this? Look at all the muck I'm walking through. Yikes. So we're on Jarvis, heading south on Jarvis on the east side. Yeah, but I really liked Roger Moore because there was a comic edge to his play of James Bond, and Pierce Brosnan, just because I just think he's a really good actor. And Daniel Craig, the latest James Bond, he was okay. But yeah, so there you have it. If you have an opportunity to watch it and you like James Bond, I would recommend watching it just for the ending. And it'll be interesting to see what the next installment of James Bond looks like. I'm sure I think James Bond lives on forever. So that we watched that. What else? What else can I tell you guys about? I'm not sure if I mentioned it. It was 2 when I left the house this morning, and I'm well dressed, except I should be wearing gloves, particularly when I'm holding the camera or the GoPro, because they're unprotected. It's cool and quite breezy. I never thought about it because I keep my hands in my pocket, and it wasn't until I pulled up my camera that I realized, oh, it'd be nice to have gloves, but it is what it is. Downtown Toronto. Man, has this corner changed? Not this corner. This is the northwest corner of Jarvis and Dundas. But the southwest corner and the northeast corner and the southeast corner, they have changed significantly. Now there's these tall condos, because what used to be here used to be a Holiday Inn. This used to be a Holiday Inn. Either Holiday Inn or Best Western, something like that. And now you can see, looking way up, it is a condo apartment, probably. Very tall complex. And across the street there, I think, was sort of like a You could park your car on the corner, sort of like a convenience store, you know, little group of stores, I think, on that corner, if I'm not mistaken. And now that also is tall condos. And right here, we're coming up to another dig. This used to be, pretty sure, now it's just a dig, but it used to be the Grand Hotel. Oh yeah, see, and that is the, right there you can see the overhang. Right there. That was, as you entered, I think, the main lobby. That used to be over the main entrance of the hotel. I suspect more condos. So we are not doing Diner Wednesday this Wednesday. Got something else to do, but the plan is to do Diner Wednesdays, I guess most Wednesdays. But sometimes, you know, plans change for one reason or another. So this Wednesday we won't be doing a diner breakfast, and we probably won't be doing a diner Wednesday next Wednesday either, or, you know, a week from Wednesday. Here we are at Suter Street. Suter Street, part of the Garden District. And the camera is facing westbound right now, and if you drove straight down Suter Street going west, you would drive right into the Eaton Center Arcade. Hyatt Place and Residences. Okay. Huh. This is a military. A military location. I think the main entrance is off of Queen, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's walk through here. This is Moss Park. There's the tennis courts. Yeah, that's just Queen Street on the other side of the tennis courts. That street to the south is Queen. There's a community center up here, and probably probably a good 20 years. Yeah, probably 20 years ago. I took a swimming improvement class at this community center pool. It's an indoor pool. I think it was called Stroke Improvement. So I worked downtown, and the class started at 6 or something, so I could just, walk from. I worked on Richmond Street, Richmond and Spadina-ish neighborhood, and then I would just hustle it over here and go swimming. A playground. There's more pigeons gathering up ahead. Hello, beauties. Oh, look at that really nice mural on the wall. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's a really nice mural there. Trees, and looks like a neighborhood. It reflects the neighborhood, the residential buildings in the neighborhood. That's what it looks like. Very nice. Oh, what are they doing to Sherbourne Street? Yikes. The road is closed at Suter and Sherbourne.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you over there.
That's okay. Yeah, who knows what they're doing in there. But Sherbourne is a pretty busy street, so I'm sure that this construction is holding up the ease of getting home at the end of the day, or just getting to and from downtown. Yeah, so it's John Innes Community Recreation Center. That's the name of this facility. Inez, I think. Yeah, John Inez. Well, I wonder if this construction extends all the way south on Sherbourne. They're allowing northbound traffic, or sorry, southbound traffic. Okay, we're at Queen, and we are walking eastbound on Queen now, on the north side of the street. I've always wanted to come into this bookstore. It's always intrigued me. Oh, look at that cat vase. White cat on one side, looks like a black cat on the other side. Something I should have. Now, I may have mentioned this before, but this convenience store, Kim's Convenience, I think was the what's the word I'm looking for? Was, you know, Kim's Convenience, the sitcom, Canadian sitcom? I think this was the store. This was the store that was used in the filming. The exterior, at least. Well, the clouds have cleared up. You probably will notice the sun shining through. So that's good. I don't want to walk in the rain. I don't mind if it's a short distance, but I rarely walk a short distance. And when it's really raining hard, I do get wet. At least my knees do. We're at Berkeley Street. Years ago, probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, this used to be a really cool shop in here. You could get like really neat sort of funky dishes and some vintage things. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it shut about 5 years ago, I guess. 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, we're at Parliament Street and Queen Street East. This is as good a place as any to conclude today's or this morning's video. Hopefully I can get to do a video this afternoon, provided it's not raining. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel, smashing that like box, and I look forward to you joining me in my next video. Have a great day. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.